Hey. Whoop. I go hard, cuz. Hey, you guys. I hope you guys are doing good today. Can everybody hear me and see me? I just decided to just use the laptop camera because it seemed like y'all like that better. So I'm not even going to use my other camera anymore. So let me make sure that everybody can see and hear me here. Let me pull up my other screen. I can't believe it's already Friday. Where did this week go? Oh my gosh. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Okay, good. Y'all can see me. Oh my gosh, this week has gone by so fast. I spent most of the week working on my edits for my deep dive. If you've not watched my deep dive, it's out. It's about World War III, who's the rise of the superpowers. And I've been getting some really good feedback. So thank you guys so much. I'm glad you guys are liking it. I went really deep in this one, tying in everything with Zelensky and Marina Abramovich. And, just thoughts that were in my head. So I'm glad it took me like literally all week to edit because I was like, in between editing, just waiting for like updates and, everything that's going on, staying on top of like the conflict in Niger and, just different countries in West Africa. Plus, I'm low key hearing that a lot of the Ukrainian soldiers, they're like walking off and they're basically surrendering to Russia, but it's not really hitting the mainstream yet. So I've been keeping my ear to like, the geopolitical tea, okay? So I've been real busy with that, but I'm like, okay, cool, I'm done. Oh my gosh, I get a break from just editing and everything else. We had a Zoom meeting yesterday. The Zoom meeting went really, really well, so thank you to everybody who came to that. So I just wanted to come on here. I know some would just be on here for an hour. We'll see. We'll see, because I'll be like, I'm gonna just be here for an hour, and then I turn around, it's 2 hours later. So I just wanted to come out here and just talk about a few things that were trending, because it's been a lot of crazy stuff going on as of late in the news with the media. So we gotta for sure talk about all of this nonsense that's going on with Keefe D. I mean, my phone has been blowing up. Even my kids, we were like in a group chat, me and the boys, and even, they hit me up like, look, they found the killer of Tupac. I'm like, I've been known Keefe D was behind this, and I talked about this 2 months ago when his house got raided, and I was telling y'all, this mofo started feeling himself. A lot of people knew that Keefe D was behind this. Not only was he admitting it, he was going on to different podcasts. I don't know if he thought like the statute of limitations was, it just had nothing to do with him. And he thought like, whoo, the coast is clear. It ain't 1996, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe he's old and just was like, hey, I want clout. But this man was doing way too much talking. And we all know when you go on to Fed TV, a.k.a. Vlad TV, the authorities are going to come for you after a while. Now, a lot of people are dragging Vlad, and y'all know I don't like Vlad because he's the one who took down my Instagram page, you know what I'm saying, hating ass Vlad. But with that being said, I don't think it's really fair to blame him. Even if I don't like somebody, I can be fair, okay? I can be very unbiased. I will say this, right? And yeah, I do have a new Instagram page. It's verified. Shout out to my PR, Corinne. Appreciate you. So follow my new Instagram page. I think we're like close to 60,000. So I'm rebuilding, Vlad, asshole. But anyways, a lot of people are blaming him. They're like, oh, he's the police. It's because of him that Keefe D got arrested. I'm going to say this, okay? I don't know what it is with black men going on Vlad TV. I don't know if Vlad allows them to rest in his bosoms. I don't know what it is, but it's something about that man's platform that be lulling these dudes to sleep, where they just feel like they forget the cameras are there. They forget that he's rolling, you know what I'm saying? And they just, he's not a Catholic priest. Why are y'all confessing y'all sins on Vlad's couch? I don't get it. Everybody wants to get mad at Vlad, but Vlad didn't tell y'all to sit on his couch and confess every murder y'all done did in the 90s, all the dope houses y'all done had, all the bodies y'all got in the street. Y'all do that on your own volition. Okay, as much as, I can't blame him for that. you got a lot of people who be chasing clout. The other day, I seen a video. I think DJ Academics posted it. A video of little Boosie taking Vlad TV to his home to do like a, I don't know, Vlad TV cribs. So what kind of shit is this? I said, you know shit's bad when Vlad is like making appearances at people's houses. And Boosie looks so uncomfortable, like, I built this myself. I built it a custom built home. This my pool. This my game room. I'm just like, what is this? Just think about it. Vlad would never allow cameras into his home. He never would. Because he's smart like that. He'd never let a bunch of hip-hop people know where he lays and the intricacies of his home. I don't know what it is with black men and Vlad. I don't get it. I can't be mad at him. I don't know what it is. But yeah, Bootsy had Vlad all up in his home doing an MTV, Vlad TV tour. All these black dudes done sat on this man's couch like he's, the damn priest at a Catholic church and just confessed everything. A.R. Ab, many more. But now we have old ass Keefe D. And the crazy thing is he was interviewing with Vlad, I want to say about 3 months ago. Oh, just running his mouth. I don't care if I go to jail. Take me to jail. Throw away the key. Oh, he was talking tough. I said, okay, why you talking all that shit? Them police taking notes. They're slipping, they're sipping slow. Oh, he was talking big shit on Vlad TV. I done been in prison about 20 years. You know what I'm saying? What's another 20 more? I done did most of my life in prison anyway. West Side? Okay, all right, sir. All right. I said, damn, he talking a lot of shit. 3 months later, Keefe D home raided by Las Vegas police. I said, yup. Running his mouth on Vlad TV. Getting comfortable and shit. So now, I said it a few months ago and I talked about it on my last live stream. I said, he going to jail. Oh, they coming for that ass. They're not raiding him, just to say hello. He's going to jail. Okay? So now it's come out that Keefe D, after 27 years, has been arrested for the death of Tupac. Everybody whose ears are to the streets knew that Keefe D, Orlando Anderson, his nephew, and the other guys that were in the car that night, they're the ones who killed Pac. Now, y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist. I love a good conspiracy. But like I've said over the years, the death of Tupac was behind gang beef. I love Tupac. Everybody knows I'm a huge Tupac fan. I'm such a big Tupac fan, I didn't realize that it rubbed off on my oldest child because he got that Tupac poem, A Rose That Grew From a Concrete. He got that tatted on him. I'm like, damn, I had my kids, like really immersed in Tupac. Like, not just the music, but his poetry, all that stuff. So I'm a huge Tupac fan. But again, I'm not biased. When you wrong, you wrong. And unfortunately for Pac, he started getting really, really immersed in gang life on the West Coast. And he got immersed in something that he did not need to be immersed in. He should have just kept it about music. But he started taking on this persona. Because if you go back and you really study Tupac, he was a theater kid, an arts kid. He wasn't into that type of lifestyle until he created this persona. Okay? There's Tupac, T-U-P-A-C, and then there's, the number 2. And the number 2 Tupac, that was his alter ego, his persona. Remember, Tupac is a Gemini. And most Geminis, they work in duality. So there was always that duality in Tupac fighting. The good, the bad. And so, while, like I said, I love conspiracies, and everybody's like, oh, it was the government behind him. He was the son of a Black Panther, and, they wanted to take him out. He was, Feeney Shakur's last living male heir and all this stuff. Okay, all right. No, he was, started claiming gangs and, antagonizing gangs, and he saw Orlando Anderson. And Orlando Anderson was the one who had jacked one of the death row dudes. He jacked his chain at the mall. And so when Tupac seen him, that had nothing to do with Tupac, but he was like, that's the dude that had, the dude told Tupac, that's the guy who jumped me at the mall and took my death row chain. Because it was in the 90s when everybody was, not everybody, but, a lot of people were gang banging and, especially on the West Coast, it was really bad. And, death row chains were worth a lot of money. So if you could snatch, one of these rappers' chains, nowadays y'all call it clout. Back then, they could flip it and make money off of it. So anyways, he told Tupac that's the dude. Tupac was like, okay, let's get him. And we've all seen that infamous video of Tupac, big ass Suge Knight, them big ass turkey legs just, kicking the shit out of Orlando. I said, damn, beating his ass in the middle of the MGM casino. I remember when I first went to Vegas and I went to the MGM, and I went because I'm such a Tupac fan. I went to like the security guards. I was like, were you here in 1996? Like I was doing my own investigation. Can you tell me what happened? And I ended up talking to this dude. He was actually there. And he was like an older white guy, and he was telling me about the fight and everything, child. And I was just sitting at the front desk sipping tea, okay? So, they're fighting everything, big old Suge Knight is just kicking them and everything else. And then they leave. But what they didn't realize is that they messed with the wrong crip. And Orlando Anderson had time that day. And so, after he got beat up, he got with his uncle, Keefe D. And instead of Keefe D being a good uncle and saying, you know what, it is what it is. We're not even gonna, you as an aunt or uncle, you should be, you should want to talk down the youth. Cooler heads are supposed to prevail. But Keefe D was not a good uncle. He was just as ratchet and gangbangerish as his nephew. So they decided to kill Pac. And that is what happened on the Las Vegas Strip. So, and, that was, the night that music died in hip hop. A lot of people said that Suge Knight was behind it. That was a rumor for a long time. Even today, Suge Knight was trending, and I was cracking up because all you saw was the little kids, all the young babies, like, oh, Suge Knight didn't do it. I know he's in jail, like, whoo. See, Suge Knight tried to tell y'all, like, shut up. Y'all weren't even around in 1996. I can't stand people born in the early 2000s because y'all be the loudest on social media. Y'all were not here. So they're all like, Suge Knight has been exonerated. Okay, all right, ma'am, who was born in 2001. So it just was funny going through the hashtag. People were saying that Puffy's next. All day, Puffy was trending, Suge Knight, Biggie Smalls. I literally felt like it was 1996, 1997, 1998 again. Like, I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm like back in high school with some shit, okay? All these names from back then trending. And so they're like, yeah, they're coming after you next, Puffy. This generation, they don't care. So anyhow, they killed Pac. People said that Suge Knight set him up because he owed him money. But honestly, if you really think about it, why would you risk yourself? Suge Knight is a big man. Tupac was small. I'm not about to risk, my big ass getting shot too, and he got grazed. So, Orlando, unfortunately, was a good shot. He made sure, the majority of the bullets hit Pac. And Pac ended up dying. And, it's just been a lot of mystery. So to all the babies, he's not in Cuba. I don't care what the conspiracy theorists say. Pac died. And his brother Mopreme, him and the Outlaws, they talked about this years ago. They smoked some of his ashes and all that stuff. His mother, Afeni, before she died, rest in peace to Afeni, she confirmed her son died. So he's not in Cuba, okay? So let's go ahead and, oh my gosh, let me go ahead and, I got a super chat. Oh my goodness. Black Sands sent $399.99. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Y'all always show so much love to me. It's just super humbling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Black Sand says, hey T, I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I'll have to catch the playback. Just wanted to show you some love. Thanks for providing hours of deep dives to watch while I get better. You are so welcome, and thank you so much for supporting my deep dives and for supporting my channel. I really, really appreciate it. To people who are always asking why I don't post my deep dives on YouTube, first of all, they're deep, okay? YouTube will not, it would be taken down instantaneously. One, I like to set the mood, so I use music. I do a lot of heavy editing. It would be too much censoring, and I'm not here for that. So in order to get access to the deep dives, you either got to be in the Discord, a Patreon member, or join the YouTube membership, and it's $5 a month. It is what it is. I make plenty of free content. That content you got to pay for. But everything else on the channel is free for y'all to consume. So people crying tattoo tears about my deep dives, being $5, miss me with the tattoo tears. There's plenty of free content for you to watch, okay? So thank you so much for supporting my deep dive, sis. So anyways, I want to play y'all the video and listen closely to what this detective said. And this is part of what I was saying in my last stream 2 months ago when we talked about Keefe D. Keefe, you talk too much. You never shut up. Damn! Okay? So we're going to watch what the detectives said. Basically called out Keefe D. Because, I think after a while they're like, well, it's been so much going on. We don't, they just didn't have like enough evidence until Keefe started running his mouth. So let me share my screen. Hold on here. Okay. Give me just a second here. Pull this up so y'all can see it. They did a whole press conference. I was here for it. So we're going to go ahead and watch this. Some of y'all like when I'm bigger on this screen. Some of y'all like when I'm smaller. So I don't know. I'll do a mixture of both. If y'all complain, I'll make myself smaller. Some people are like, I want to see your reactions. Other people are like, get off the screen. So I don't know. So let's listen to the man. Listen to what he's saying closely. I had time stamped it. I think it was about here. Okay.
But it wasn't until 2018 that this case was reinvigorated as additional information came to light related to this homicide. Specifically, Dwayne Davis's own admissions to his involvement in this homicide investigation that he provided to numerous different media outlets.
Did y'all hear that? That he provided to numerous media outlets out his own mouth. See, Keefe was feeling that he was bigger than the program. And he found out that fat meat is what? Greasy as fuck, okay? We're going to let him keep talking.
In our section, we knew at this time that this was likely our last time to take a run at this case to successfully solve this case and bring forth a criminal charge. It was at that time that this case was assigned to Cliff Mogg, a detective within my homicide section. And over the last 5 years, my section worked closely, hand in hand with the Clark County District Attorney's Office and followed a systematic investigative plan over the last 5 years. We've conducted countless interviews and corroborated numerous facts that were not only consistent with the crime scene on the night of the incident, but also corroborated and were consistent with the sequence of events that night. This ultimately led to us procuring a search warrant which was executed at Mr. Davis's residence in Henderson, Nevada. And following the execution of that search warrant, in close coordination with the District Attorney's Office, this case was presented to the grand jury, which ultimately led to Davis being indicted on charges of murder. Before I hand it off to the District Attorney's Office, I would be remiss if I didn't thank Detective Mogg and all the other detectives that were not only assigned this case and reviewed this case, but all the other detectives from other agencies that assisted us in this investigation. They know who they are, and thank you very much for all the assistance you provided. It does not go unnoticed.
And all right, thank you, sir. Next. Okay, so y'all heard what the cop said. Basically, like I've been saying, Keefe D was doing way too much talking. Because he was not only on Vlad TV, he was on other outlets as well too. Like remember I told y'all there's like a section of like these older guys from back in the day. There's like an old gangbang YouTube Clubhouse, and they just sit on like Clubhouse and YouTube and talk about all their old dirt. Y'all remember we caught them blood slipping at Gonzales Park in 1992. And they just sit and just tell on themselves. And I remember I had posted one of the arguments on Discord. And the dude was like, that's why when you got shot, you had to wear a shit bag. I'm just like, what is this? I don't get it. I think social media is going to be the downfall of society. I'm like, I get the young people. At this point, they don't understand reality. They just feel like, whatever they do in the real world or social media has no consequences. Now you got grown folks, honey, who are our parents' ages, who are grandparents, just running their mouth. I would see him on platforms just talking freely. Yeah, me and my nephew Orlando. Yeah, we had something to do with it. Yeah, Tupac thought he was hard. He found. And I'm just like, does he not think that the statute of limitations won't come back to bite him in the ass? Does he not, like, if I'm watching this, I'm just a random person, just watching, enjoying, sipping tea. Does he not think the police are watching? Like, y'all make the police's job so easy. All this self-snitching that goes on is ridiculous. Like seriously. I mean, it's a mess. If you ever go down that rabbit hole of like old gangbang YouTube, like you will be in tears. They be on there arguing, shouting. I'm like, whose granddad is this? Like, we got to do better. We got to do better. So I, for one, as a Tupac fan, I'm like super, super happy that Keefe D is finally getting arrested. That's what he wanted. That's what he was shouting out on, Vlad TV. I don't care if they come get me. I done did all this time in prison. Well, they came and got you. Enjoy. So it's sad because, again, like, when I think about, like, I was like a teen, I think like 13 or something, like when Pac died. So yeah, when you're like a kid, you think like 25 is so old, like, dang, like you think like that's grown. And then I remember when I turned 25, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like the same age when Tupac died. It's like, I got a lot of life to live. Like, this is so, like, when you really think about it, that's not enough time. 25 years. The person you are at 25 is not the person that you're going to be at 35. It's not the person you're going to be at 40, 45. So it's really sad that his life was cut short, because I just feel like he was going through his immaturity stage and still trying to find himself. But had he lived to be, I think he'd be like 50 something now. He could have done just so many things. You know what I'm saying? Just countless things, because he was a visionary. So man, rest in peace, Pac. Like, I'm happy that he's finally just getting some justice. But again, a lot of us been known, because Keefe D's been talking for like literally like 15 plus years. But so I think because he has so many deals, they did like a lot of undercover deals with him, just to get information on other stuff that was going on, because he was like really heavy in the drug game. And I just think he thought that those deals that he signed with, like, what is his name? Greg Caden and those other officers, I think he thought that that was going to protect him. But no, when you're literally mocking the police and, confessing to a murder and thinking that they're not going to do anything about it, after a while, you're poking the bear. And the bear finally was like, fuck it, go get him. You know what I'm saying? So the whole situation is insane. Oh my, I've been out here already for 23 minutes. Okay, good. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Jamaica, that Tupac was a philosopher, and like his music, like it's gonna forever live on. Like, I love his music. Oh, y'all like my nails? I love my new nail guy. He's so dope. He did such a good job. I wanted them orange for fall. Thank you. I really like, he's dope. It's my second time going to him. So I hope y'all are able to see that. But somebody said that YouTube is charging $6.99 for the deep dives. Maybe YouTube upped the price. I don't know. I know when it was set up, I set it at the lowest, which was $4.99. So if it's $6.99, that's something with YouTube. Maybe they raised the price. I've only charged bare bottom prices. Even for like Discord or Patreon, I only charge $5. So if they raise the price, that's YouTube. That's not me. And I think YouTube is going through some financial stuff, because when I started my stream, they're like, do you just want to stream and we play ads during your stream? No, I don't want you playing ads in the middle of my stream. So I hit no, but I've never had that before. So I think they're trying to do it now, where while the person is streaming, they can play live ads. Absolutely not. We want this to be ad free. Now, when you watch the playback, there will definitely be ads in the playback. But during live streaming, that's why I stopped even doing the whole ad thing. Remember how it stopped me like, oh, let me read this ad? That's why I stopped it. It was just too distracting. It just wasn't that serious. So that's why I don't even do any ad reads in the middle of my live stream. It was just too much. So if they raise the price, child, you got to talk to YouTube, because I set it up for $4.99. So yeah, YouTube is getting thirsty. Somebody said they joined for $5.49 after tax. Not YouTube adding tax. Oh, that's Canada. Oh, so Canada's paying $6.99. That's the Canadian price. I definitely got nothing to do with that. I live in America, so I don't know. YouTube is trying to be like Twitch. There's an ad during the live, unfortunately. I had 2 ads happen during this live. So they are putting ads in during the live stream? Oh, I didn't know that. I just seen the notification today. That was like my first time seeing the notification. I hit no, like, don't be putting no ads in here. But I didn't know they were doing that. That's interesting. Okay, well, thank you for that. Somebody said I look 25. Thank you. God is good, honey. Black don't crack. I had posted, because yesterday was National Sunday. So I posted some pictures of me and the boys. Because I don't post my kids a whole lot, just because. I try to respect their privacy. So I posted like some video of me and the boys. And people were shocked that my kids, I have a grown son. And I look like I'm their big sister. Like we look like siblings. But it was so cute. I loved it. Thank y'all for like all the comments. That was like really, really sweet. Even Cardi came on there and commented. I'm going to show y'all real quick here. This is cute. This is me and the boys. So yesterday was National Sunday. Okay, I don't have the music playing. But yeah, she came on here and she commented. So she Cardi's so sweet. She's always going to show love. So I always laugh when people are like, she don't like her. Y'all are not cool. Y'all are weird. Like y'all take these social media things like way too to heart. And that's the thing I don't like. Like sometimes people on social media make it where commentary is not fun. I keep the same energy. Like I've always told y'all, if I can't keep it real and, give my opinion on certain topics, then why would I fool with somebody who would not allow me to do that? Some of y'all's faves, they weaponize their follow and unfollow button. As soon as you hold them accountable, as soon as you say something they don't like, they run to unfollow. That's one thing I will always respect about Cardi B. Is that, anytime I've held her accountable for anything, she's never been like, I'm about to unfollow you, F you, da-da-da-da. She takes it on the chin. It's my opinion. Like I said, I don't tell her how to rap. Okay? She makes her music. I do my commentary. So that's the difference. I just hate how the fandoms are always trying to is she cool? Is she not cool? No, it's called holding people accountable. That's just all it is. You know what I'm saying? That's still baby sis all day, every day. So, I love her and she's always, she always shows love. And that's what I really always respect about her. Like out of all the celebrities I so-called know and mess with behind the scenes, she's one that will always publicly show love and, comment and things like, especially when it has to do with the boys, which is just really sweet. Like last year she sent my youngest son, because they're both Libras. So she had to send her little Libra friend. She sent him a video message telling him happy birthday. So she's just a really genuine, sweet person. You know what I'm saying? And when she messes up, I got to pull her coattail a little bit. But that's all that is. It's still love. It's still family. It's not no nonsense. Y'all try and make stuff out to be bigger than what it is. Make sure you check your faves who sit there and report on your faves. But then as soon as your faves are wrong, it's crickets. Because see, with me, I report on it all. But I noticed a lot of the faves were quiet when they fave fucked up. They were quiet. No videos to be had. They ignored the viral situation. Interesting. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. But y'all love to say that somebody's on somebody's payroll. You know what I'm saying? But then when their faves are trending for some fuck shit, crickets. Hear no evil, see no evil. When my fave is trending for something, I'm going to talk about it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's still Big Barty. Now I am salty with Barty gang, though. I'm still, I still feel a way about Barty trying to put me in that damn Meg Thee Stallion shit. Talking about T should be thrown under the jail because I'm not a fan of Meg. I'm still salty with Barty gang, but it ain't all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's just, just a few. It's just a few. Yes, I see my red shoes in the chat. Shout out to April. I see my red shoes in the chat. So in 5 minutes it's going to be the unicorns. The barbs who fuck with me, they going to be here in about 5 minutes. You're going to be seeing unicorn. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, it's funny. Okay, well, Big Barbie, enjoy the block party. You don't need to be here. Go stand your faves. Bye. Bye, Big Barbie. Go follow. I'm sure somebody from the Nikki team, they're live right now. Go watch them, okay? Deuces. Look what I said. So here come all the little unicorns. Here we go. The fandom wars have started. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read some of these super chats here. Let's see. Tahira Crooks at 1999. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sis. Shelly J sent 4.99 says, love the sleek look. I want the brown and pink hair again from the intro video though. Thank you. I still got that wig. I just haven't worn it. Maybe I'll wear it soon. You know what I'm saying? Surprise you real quick. So thank you. Let's see here. Tahara sent 199 says, Auntie, I cussed Vlad out when that happened. Okay. I know y'all wrote for me and I appreciate it. Y'all drug Vlad. He didn't know what the hell hit him. You know what I'm saying? But we tried to fight back to try and get the Instagram page back, but they said no, which to me is weird because then they turned around and verified me on my new page. So I'm like, if I'm problematic and I'm like, such a bad person, why would y'all verify me again? Just strange, but whatever. It is what it is. But thank y'all for having my back, against Vlad, aka Fed TV. Okay. Let's see here. Neo Spices T just made my night eating dinner, watching my favorite and best YouTuber. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me this evening. Appreciate you. Will S sent $5 says, how's it going? I'm doing good, Will. I hope you're doing good this Friday. Darylyn Quick sent 20 says, T, your deep dive was amazing. I love geopolitics / history. I appreciate all the hard work that went into the deep dive. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love it too, and I'm glad that I have a space where I can talk about more deep stuff. Like I don't mind coming out here and talking about, celebrity gossip and tea and all that. That's cool, but y'all know that's not solely who I am. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk about deep stuff. I like to talk about what's going on in the world, things that are really affecting us. So I'm glad that I do, that I decide to build my platform to do the deep dives. So I'm glad that y'all really enjoy them. So thank you. Let's see here. Unlimited Assurance and 499 says, absolutely love your channel, Lovelyti. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Summer Williams says, have you seen the video of Dylan Mulvaney now wanting to date biological women? No, I have not seen that. Moving along. And this is why I don't take that whole movement seriously. This is a man, he's probably not even gay at this point. Now he wants to date biological women. So just say that you're a straight man at this point. Because you're not a lesbian. You haven't chopped anything off. Let me move on. Y'all know how I don't like Dylan Mulvaney. Moving on. Thank you for the super chat, though. Let's see here. Darylyn Quick. No, I read that. Shani D says, government shutting down, student loan payments restarting, but at least you are here brightening my day. Thanks, T. Yeah, the government shutdown, for y'all who don't know, may happen October 1st. So anybody depending on like government assistance, like she said, student loans, I think food stamps and different things like that, it's going to be affected. A lot of government employees will not be receiving a paycheck, including people who are in the military, people who work government positions. They're going to be working for free, including TSA, which is nerve-wracking. We talked about this in the Zoom meeting yesterday because I don't want TSA not getting paid. I'm going to need them to do their job, and they're going to do their job if they're getting a paycheck. Because I feel like if you're not paying me, am I really going to search as hard for weapons of mass destruction getting on the plane? I'm just saying. So hopefully it doesn't shut down, but right now it looks like the government is going to shut down. So I don't know. It's very nerve-wracking, all the stuff that's going on right now politically. So while y'all are sitting here having a fandom war in the chat section, understand there's real things affecting y'all. Okay, your favorite celebrities, they're fine. Okay, they're still gonna be eating and living their life. You need to make sure that you're okay. So like I always tell y'all, stop being so wrapped up in everything these celebrities do, because at the end of the day, they're fine. A lot of y'all are not. So just be very, very mindful of what's going on. Be on top of everything that's going on right now, not just here in America, but geopolitically as well. Let's see here. Gigi says, love you, T. Love you, too. Thank you for coming through. Carmela sent $5, says, good evening. Wanted to show some love. I'll catch the playback with the gang. I turned 40 on the 27th. Yikes. I'm celebrating, though. Honey, you know what? It's a blessing, right? Like I always tell y'all, what is the opposite of life? It's death. Like, we're here to get older, you know what I'm saying? And as long as you don't look or feel 40, then it doesn't even matter. That, you know, so it's always funny. Everybody acts like, oh, 40 is so old. But, you know, I think it's a blessing, you know, to turn 40. Because so many people, look at Tupac. He didn't make it past 25. A lot of people never even see 40. So it's a blessing. You know, that's why I had to kind of go in on DJ Academics when I was doing that, you know, when I did my video about all the drama with Kenneth Petty and them. Yes, Kenneth Petty, trash. You know what I'm saying? Old trash. But I just didn't like, you know, because I noticed people trying to have jokes. You know, he's like, oh, you know, shouldn't he be getting his, like, colon checked? You know, he's 40 plus. And it's like, you know, you can hold somebody accountable, but you don't have to age shame. And it's always funny when somebody tries to age shame, and you're like, you're only, like, 4 or 5 years younger. Like, simmer down. So, not saying that he's, you know, I don't know how old he is. I know he's over the age of 30, but, you know, I've noticed that. And honestly, some of y'all in y'all's 20s, you know, some of y'all look a lot older than 20. So simmer down with all that, you know, trying to act like once people are 30 plus, they're just old and should be discarded. Because some of y'all look like y'all done lived a 40-year-old life, child. I be wanting to call some of y'all auntie. Like, oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, no, I'm not a ma'am. I'm only 22. Well, damn. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Damn. Over here calling you ma'am. Let me stop. Let me stop. Like I said, getting older is a blessing. So don't let nobody shame you for getting older. You know what I'm saying? I love my big age, honey, okay? So, yeah. So happy birthday to you, sis. Let's see here. Sierra Sim 499 says, T, this new camera has you looking amazing. I love the glam. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see here. Summer Williamson 499. She says, hey, T, have you heard that Shakira has been charged with tax evasion for the second time by Spanish government? She owes $7.1 million. Yeah, I had clowned her when I was doing the MTV reviews. I'm like, you know, while Shakira is sitting here running from Tiffany, she needs to go ahead and pay the damn Spanish government their money. So you know, Shakira be everywhere. She don't owe no money. But yeah, good luck to her. Let's see here. Burr Weezy sent $19.99, says, I appreciate all you do, T. Stay blessed, sis. Thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. Thank you for coming through. Miss Muchilla sent $9.99. She says, hey, T, I celebrated my... Oh, no, hold on. No. It just refreshed. Hold up. Hey, when my page refreshes. Hold up. Where did it go? Okay, here it goes. Miss Machilla says, if Keefe D is a person that holds on to things, they must have found hardcore evidence connecting him. Yeah, I can definitely see that. And, you know, again, I think, like, the fame from, like, him getting viral moments and, you know, being on Vlad TV and other platforms, it started going to his head. And then, you know, he was, like, in documentaries, and he was just doing the most. He's been doing a lot over the years. So I'm sure he probably kept, like, memorabilia, probably had a Dear Diary. Dear Diary, the day I killed Tupac with my nephew. You know what I mean? So they found some hardcore evidence when they raided that house. So he's definitely going bye-bye. Asia Carolyn sent $19.99, says, damn, you fine as fuck, shawty. Thank you, Asia. Okay. Damn, Asia came off like a dude. Okay, Asia. Thank you, sis. Appreciate you. Oh, my gosh. Y'all are too funny. I had to look at the thumbnail again like, okay, well, all right, Asia. Appreciate you, sis. She came like a straight stud. Like, you fine as hell, shawty. What's up? Let's see here. Amber says, hey, T, it's Jocelyn from the Discord. It's my birthday. I just turned 25, Libra gang. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for coming through. I hope you're enjoying your birthday. Let's see here. Nitty Wilson sent $49.99, says, love you, T, and thank you for being you. Thank you so much, Nitty. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Let's see here. Nick sent $4.99. He says, nice surprise to see you live. I'll catch the playback. My ass should have called out of work with this rain here in NYC. Thank God it slowed down. Oh, yes. NYC. Y'all are dealing with a bunch of flooding in New York, New Jersey. And they say it's probably like some of the worst flooding that you guys have had in several years. So please, Nick, stay safe. I'm glad the rain has slowed down, so thank you. Oh, y'all are too funny in the chat. Okay, so let me see here. I got to talk about this, and I'm going to read some more super chats here. Okay, so I never heard of this girl. Her name is Meatball. She's from Philly, okay? And so this Meatball girl, not the rainbow flags and everybody saying choo-choo. Y'all are so messy. So this girl, her name is Meatball, and I guess she's a social media influencer. You know, everybody's an influencer. I will talk about that in a second, but she's an influencer. I've never heard of this girl, but that doesn't mean anything. There's people who don't know who the hell I am, right? So, you know, she's popular to who she's popular to. And I guess she just be wilding on social media, hyping people up or something to do stupid shit. So anyway, she had hyped up her fans to meet her and just, you know, wreak havoc. They were looting. They were doing all types of foolishness in Philly. So let me go ahead and pull up this video of Meatball. So give me just a second here. So this is Meatball. All hyped.
Everybody must eat! Yes! Everybody must eat! Everybody must eat! Everybody must eat!
Dozens were arrested because of this idiot who was screaming, everybody must eat. Look at her crying. Crying tattooed tears.
Are you dumb?
I think she's
I
dumb.
think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb. Are you, like, medically speaking, are you like,
I'm not trying to be mean. Like, are you dumb?
are you? I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb. I think is she? Do you think
Oh,
she's dumb?
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
I'm just saying. Take care.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's dumb as well. But so she, you know, she was talking all this stuff. She hyped up all these people to go down to the Apple store. They were doing all types of foolishness. Let me see if I can find another video of her. I mean, they were just, yeah, we got a few videos. Let me share this here. We're going to watch her live in all her glory. Give me just, hold on now. It was a few pages posting her. Hold up, where'd it go? Damn it. I'm trying to find the video because it wasn't playing the audio. So I'm trying to find another link to the video. It might be on Twitter. Let me check Twitter. Give me a second here. But yeah, people was hashtagging free Meatball and all this goofy stuff. And my thing is, you know, she was here for all the drama and the chaos. I think here goes another video of her. And when you hashtag her name, it's like all these meatballs coming up. Like, what the hell?
Told the police they either lock me up tonight or it's gonna get lit. It's gonna be a movie. I'm waking every blessing more.
I hate the internet, not that song. Let me see if I can find another video of her. They've been roasting her ass. Is this the same video?
Oh shit. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. There's another video. There were like clips of her.
Told the police they either lock me up tonight or it's gonna get lit. It's gonna be a movie.
Truth is I'm tired of
Okay, so anyways, so her ass got arrested. She was crying tattooed tears. So then the news bum rushed her, right? They found her home and they went to her house to interview her after she got let out of jail. So we're going to watch what she had to say. This whole situation is a hot damn mess. All right, so here they go interviewing Meatball.
Media influencer accused of instigating some of Tuesday night's looting was back at home today.
The woman known as Meatball was bailed out by her mom early this morning. NBC 10 investigative reporter Claudia Vargas caught up with her today. Claudia, what'd she have to say?
Well, Deja Blackwell, also known as Meatball, says she never wants to go back to jail. Blackwell is one of dozens of people arrested following Tuesday night's looting. She has garnered attention in the last 48 hours because of her social media live stream.
As chaos unfolded across the city, Deja Blackwell was live streaming much of it to her more than 180,000 followers.
What's up?
Posting in Center City and other parts of the city up until her arrest Tuesday evening. Police and the district attorney's office say Blackwell was encouraging others to engage in looting and other criminal activity. Blackwell was charged with burglary, conspiring, and rioting, among other felony charges. The 21-year-old was released on $25,000 bail early this morning. We went to Blackwell's home today after she agreed for us to meet her there. Our attempts to speak with her about her actions Tuesday night and what's happened since then were cut short by her mom. Blackwell's mom did not want her speaking with reporters, but the woman known as Meatball did have something to say before going back inside her home.
Do you have a message for people?
I just prefer, never loot again, stay out of trouble, and never go to jail.
So you regret what happened?
I regret it.
Blackwell also took to social media to thank her followers for their support and said the experience left her scared and traumatized. Blackwell is due back in court October 17th. Claudia Vargas, NBC.
Let me pull out my tiny violin, okay? I don't know who you are, sis, but, you're an influencer like me, so, I just got to do it. Near, 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 near. I'm glad you learned your lesson. I'm glad she kept it real. And she said that she does not want to go to jail again, that jail is not a fun place to be because it's not, never been there. But I've heard enough stories from my girl in Philly, BL Sherelle, okay? But the thing that's really funny, like I always tell you guys, that word influencer is used so loosely. Like I said, everybody's a fucking influencer, right? But like I always tell y'all, what are people influencing you to do? Are they influencing you to be a better version of yourself? Or are they influencing you to do fuckery, like go down to the Apple store and loot? Because on top of her being arrested, 50 other people were arrested as well. She had them come down there, basically incited a riot. And so now all y'all got criminal records, mug shots, and they're saying that she's looking at several felonies. So this was not just something where, she was arrested and given a slap on the wrist and sent home. They're all looking at felonies. Like this was like robbery, breaking and entering. And then y'all went in there, y'all stole iPhones, y'all broke stuff, y'all destroyed things. So they're being charged criminally for everything that went down a few days ago in Philly. And this is why I say, as an influencer, and I don't know how old Meatball is. I don't know if she's in her 20s or, I'm assuming she's young, but, I don't know. This is why, all these young 20-something-year-old influencers, you have to be really careful with the things that you try and have your followers do because you can get in trouble for it. Look what happened to Kai Cenat. When he had all them people go down to, what was that, Times Square or Manhattan, and like 5,000 of his fans, they popped up. And basically, when that happened, they just started tearing shit up. And he was, he ended up getting arrested and going to jail behind that. So you have to be really careful. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hell no, she's 21. Oh, shit, okay. All right, well, she's 21. I thought she was older than that. Okay, well. I'm not fooling with y'all. I'm not fooling with the chat. I didn't know she was 21. Okay, she's young. I'm going to say this. She's old enough to know better, okay? At 21, she's old enough to know better. But y'all got to stop. Y'all stop drinking. Y'all are so messy in the chat. We got over 8,000 people in here. Y'all are so messy in the chat. I didn't know how old she was. So again, that to my earlier point, You just never know. So to all these young ass influencers, I'm gonna say this: you have to be very careful with the things that you lead your followers to do. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you can think it's gonna be a simple meet and greet, and people can just wild out, and you're gonna bear the brunt of the blame because all these people came because of you. So you gotta watch that. You know. Thank goodness I have decent followers. I have the sweetest followers. Now we will light your ass up, okay? If you mess with us, because y'all lit up Vlad TV for like a week straight. Y'all drug his ass. All you saw was T-sippers in his comment section. But, you know, anytime I've had my live events, my T-sippers, like I'm like a mama, okay? I get report cards. And everybody's like, man, you got some of the nicest fans. They're so helpful. Like, even we're like breaking down stuff after the event that we did when we did the live show and Mama D was there. And even afterwards, when Eboni and them were breaking everything down, you know, so we could go to the club, a lot of the T-sippers, they were helping like put stuff away and, you know, putting away tables and chairs. Like, I love getting good reports like that. It made me feel like a proud mom. Like, I'm glad I have very nice, respectable fans who know how to act. Like when we all went down to, where was that place we went to go take the 90s pictures? The Cultural Museum. And, you know, I just got a good report. You know, and I brought like 70 people with us that day. You know, there weren't no fights. Nobody was acting ratchet. Nobody broke anything. Like, we had a good time. We took pictures. We were doing photo shoots. You know, we was lit. You know, we were singing the All That theme song. So I say that to say this. I thank y'all for just being like, when I do my meet and greets and my live shows, I just thank y'all for just coming in and understanding that you not only represent yourselves, but you also represent me. And I love hearing that. Like, the T-sippers are just the best. So I don't know when the next event will be, but, you know, we'll see. Am I frozen? Somebody said I'm frozen. Am I frozen? If I'm frozen on your end, just hit refresh. I love y'all too. I feel like I need to do another event. Like, soon. I really do. I feel like I need to do another event, like, really, really soon. Because I really miss y'all. And we had such a good time. Okay, I'm not frozen, so it's just that person's computer. Just refresh your computer, and then I should be unfrozen. So, again, Meatball, Kai Cenat, the same thing I told Kai. Like, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. And when you're an influencer, you have to realize that your influence, you know, regardless, big or small, you can influence people to do bad or influence people to do good things. And so because she caused her, you know, her followers to just fucking riot the streets of Philly, she's being charged criminally. And I think that should happen. I think, you know, you do bear some of that responsibility. Like, if I have all my T-sippers meet me in downtown Minneapolis. Well, let me not say Minneapolis. I don't think I have a lot of T-sippers in Minnesota. Let's say Atlanta, because that's my second home. That's like me just being like, oh yeah, everybody come to Midtown in Atlanta, because I know the Atlanta T-sippers, y'all gonna come out. And then we just start tearing up shit. My old ass gonna get arrested. I'm not going to jail for nobody. I ain't never been to jail. I'm not going to jail behind nobody. So it's like, you gotta have common sense. You can't be having all your friends come out and then you wilding out and recording and laughing like you're not gonna get in trouble for that. So yeah. And I get why somebody said we in Minnesota. Oh, let me find out. Miss Jerose, do I need to do a Minnesota meet and greet? Because I swear, like, anytime I've done one in Minnesota, it's been like 20 people. It's been like 20 T-sippers. When I do it in Atlanta, it'd be like hundreds of people. That's why I don't ever do nothing up here in Minnesota. Because I'm like, ain't nobody up here. I just live up here. Okay, well, shout out to my Minnesota T-sippers. Okay. I know that's right. I did run into one of my T-sippers. What was this? Last weekend at the club. I had went out and I had ran into her. She was so sweet. She was like, oh my God, I would have never thought you'd be here. I'm like, girl, I'll be outside. I'll be out here in these streets, okay? But yeah, she was like really sweet. So I do run into y'all every now and then, especially at the Mall of America. I always run into T-sippers at the Mall of America. Lisa said, come to NYC. I miss NYC. I used to do meet and greets in NYC. We used to have fun. Like, I miss my NYC crew. Donald, Carolyn, Betsy, what was her name? Charlene. Like, we used to have fun. I remember we went to like this big, what was it? It was like a barbecue spot in Manhattan. Oh, we had a ball. I miss like having my little meet and greets in New York. We used to have fun. Because I just stay in New York the whole week. And then I'd be like in the Bronx, like just like on Freeman Street shopping and shit for school clothes. People like, T, what are you doing in the Bronx? Like shopping for school clothes. What? I always be out in the Bronx just randomly and shit. Shout out to Vicky, my homegirl from the Bronx. I remember she took me to Junior's memorial when that whole thing happened with Junior. And we were like in the hood. It was crazy. Like she took me all like through the hood in the Bronx. But I have not been to the Bronx in so long. I miss it. I do want to come down to Houston though. I would love to come down to Houston. I've only been one time and we're not even going to go there. I'm not even talking about the Houston story, but I do want to come back because my first time in Houston, it wasn't really that pleasant. So I want to come back again. But you know what? Like I told y'all, I really want to do this this trip. I want to go to Yellowstone. I want to go to all the places, just like the regular, normal, like nature places. That's my goal this year. I don't know who all's coming, but I want to go see Yellowstone. I want to go to Mount Rushmore. Colorado. I want to see like simple, like naturey stuff. I'm on that this year. Like I done did Miami. I done did New York. I done did Atlanta, LA. Like I done did all the clubs. I really want to see nature. Yeah, the Grand Canyon, all that stuff. I really do. I want to. I've never been to Yellowstone. I've never seen the Grand Canyon. I want to see stuff like that. Somebody say come to Queens. I don't think I've been to Queens. I've been to Harlem, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island. I don't know why I've never been to Queens. Never been to Queens. Yeah, I heard Colorado's beautiful. Okay, let me see. I've been out here an hour, so let me get to this next story. Let me see here. Oh, Nia said 1999. She says, I'm a deep dive stan. That yoga one took me there. I'm a fan of yoga, but now I had to consider all the consequences. Ignorance does not stop a thing from being a thing. That was my takeaway. Love you, Lovelyti. Thank you so much. And I'm really glad that, you know, you were open to my yoga deep dive. Because, again, it was not to, like, disrespect people, you know, who go to yoga every Wednesday. It was just to show another side, you know what I'm saying? And just to show people that there is a very spiritual aspect to yoga. So thank you for being open enough to just, you know, take the deep dive for what it was and not take offense to it. Because I had some yoga people who were they weren't very peaceful. They were cussing me out. I'm like, damn, well, where's all the, you know, the peace shit? Y'all supposed to be some peaceful people. They was lighting my ass up. How dare you talk shit about yoga? I'm like, well, this isn't very yoga-like. They were going in on me for like a straight week. They were. So I'm glad I opened y'all's eyes to the spiritual aspect of yoga. So thank you, Nia. Let's see here. Lenice says, T, you are bombshelling today, honey. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I feel good, man. I'm a little weight. I feel like my shirt keeps slipping, so I'm like pulling it up. I'm sorry. But yeah, now I feel good. I went on a walk yesterday for an hour. Still going on my walks. I was talking to Janice, so I was going on my walk the other day. So yeah, I be power walking, honey. I'm trying to keep this weight down. So I like being slim and trim. And I can just put on whatever and not have to be stressed no more. Let's see here. So we got to talk about this whole Eboni K Williams situation, y'all. So this is what is going on currently. Y'all know Auntie Ebony hoodie. She's back going viral. She's giving all the young girls advice. She's saying that basically, you know, you need to like get married early, have children young. And so you have a segment of the population of females who are really mad. They feel like she's giving Kevin Samuels vibes. Then you got other people who are like, you know what? She's making a lot of sense. So we're going to listen to what Eboni K Williams had to say. She also went on to the Breakfast Club this morning, and she was talking to this young lady. I forget the young lady's name. Forgive me. You guys will hear it in this video. And they were kind of going back and forth about this situation. And Ebony was making some decent points as well. So we're going to go ahead and listen to this. It's about 5 minutes long. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Give me just a second here to pull this up. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold up. Let me pull this up. Okay, here she goes.
The reality that needs to be said out loud is that as black men age, their desirability increases. Thus, their optionality of women is always expanding. And the exact opposite is true for black women. As we age, doesn't matter how much money we accumulate, our degrees or professional accolades, the reality is that our marriage and partnership market value is depreciating with every passing year. No matter how good we look, no matter how fit we are, men are still seeing primarily our presumed dwindling fertility as a knock against us. And speaking of fertility, that is another reason that I want younger black women to seek marriage and partnership in college or right after, if that's what they choose. Because the number of college-educated black men is so low when compared to black college-educated women that we're all going to be targeting the same small pool of men. And as we heard today, on most campuses, there's like 7 black women students for every 1 black man student. Y'all do the math. So here's my advice. If you are a young black woman in college and you know in your heart and in your head that you want to prioritize family, I suggest that you simultaneously pursue that MRS degree right along with that BA or JD. Because a handful of black college-age men that actually do desire to get married soon, and they do share that value system, and family is a priority for them too. Y'all, that is an incredibly small pool, and it's shrinking as you get older. And by the time you reach my age, 40, you will be faced with different choices relating to life partnership and motherhood. Now, I'm not saying that delaying marriage or motherhood is a bad option, but it's one that comes with its own consequences. And our women deserve to know on the front end of their decision making instead of on the back half. This is a conversation for ladies, and I texted my good friend Charlamagne. I said, as a friend to the show, I heard the conversation yesterday. I appreciated the critique and the constructive nature of it. And I said, you know, since I'm down the street on the train, let me pull up and I want to hear from you, Lauren, about what you agree with and what you disagree with, and have a ladies' conversation about it.
Let's do it. So the disagreeing for me came with the starting with the infertility and the market value, the appreciating. So with the infertility, I know I said this yesterday, some stuff is science, right? You can't get around that. But I feel like when you start with that and you lead with that, it then makes people get defensive and they don't even hear the rest of it. I know when I first listened to it, I was like, oh God, this is going to be another one of those conversations where like someone's telling me as a woman, by the time you get this age, your life is over. And, you know, when you're trying to figure things out and you're like, I'm 31 years old, right? Like I'm recently out of a very long relationship. You know, as a woman, as a black woman, right? Especially working in, I might not get that other chance. Like I got to do it right the first time. And I think
you're talking about professionally?
Professionally and personally.
Okay.
But I just feel like when you lead with the stuff that you lead with, it instantly turns the conversation negative. And for someone like me who is watching and learning and listening to you, it makes it where now I am defensive. I don't want to watch, listen, and learn. I don't hear the rest of what you're saying. So now I'm not being taught. And I should feel like I can listen to you and learn from you and not feel like you're the op.
So I want to just go back actually to your first point, Lauren, which I think you are conceding that you had a reaction to my commentary that was so visceral in nature that you actually shut down your listening comprehension skills. You said that.
Yeah.
Okay. So because of that though, right? I'm not going to sit in a posture of ownership because you made a choice to be limited in the way in which you received and processed the information. Now, you are a grown woman, and you have autonomy over what you choose to consume for you.
You're talking to me specifically right now.
I thought you agreed with Eboni, though.
My whole point of what I'm saying, right? Because right now I feel like you're taking what I didn't agree with and the fact that I don't remember specific words or whatever you said.
No, I'm not, Lauren, really. I really think this would be better served and more productive if just like it's kind of like an opening statement in a court of law. I gave you a good amount of time to lay out 2 prongs of disagreement. And I respect and appreciate both of your positions. I'm not saying they are wrong, but I am saying I don't know how productive it is to be the time, manner, and delivery police. So for everybody, Lauren, that takes your position, which is very valid, it was visceral to me. I found it triggering. It felt hurtful. I felt attacked. I felt policed. I felt shitted on, whatever it is. There's also a whole nother contingency of black women that felt seen by that commentary, that felt heard. And my peers who are 40 and up are like, I wish someone would have told me. And the fact that you are for you,
you're talking
Lauren.
to me specifically
Yeah,
right now.
I thought you agreed with Eboni, though.
My whole point of what I'm saying, right? Because right now I feel like You're taking what I didn't agree with and the fact that I don't remember specific words or whatever
No, I'm
you
not,
said.
Lauren. Really, I really think this would be better served and more productive if just like it's kind of like an opening statement in a court of law. I gave you a good amount of time to lay out 2 prongs of disagreement. And
Okay, all right, I'm back, child. They gonna be arguing, going back and forth all day, every day. I'm gonna say this. I get where Ebony is coming from, and this is the same thing I was saying when we did that call-in show. Remember when we had guys and girls calling in, and y'all were dragging the men, like y'all were going off, calling them dusties. The chat was insane that night. But I was saying that, Ebony is in a different space. And people keep forgetting that because, Ebony looks young for her age. She looks good for her age. You know what I'm saying? She's a beautiful woman. But, she is now 40. So her life experience and where she's at is different. She's a 40-year-old woman who right now has no man. She doesn't have any children, but she desires children. She desires, a husband. And I think she's like going to purposely make herself a single mother or something. Like she done froze her eggs and she's about to go on some journey to, I don't know, sperm bank or something like that. So she's in a different space. So I think with her, she's trying to warn younger girls. Like she's basically saying like, in your 20s, as soon as you finish college, you want to start pursuing a man while you're young. Because we just gotta be honest. That's just what it is. Most guys, especially older guys, are looking for more younger girls. And so that's the thing. Like you have to, be on that already. You don't want to sit and make everything about your career in your 20s and 30s. I believe that's what she's saying, right? In your 20s and 30s, and then you turn around and now you're like 35, close to 40, and now you're looking to get married and have a child, but all the guys in your age bracket or, who are on your same level, social economically, right? Who have money, who climb the corporate ladder, they're not checking for that. It's just what it is. I don't think she said anything false. But I also have to be real too that I just feel like as women, sometimes we can't ever win. You know what I'm saying? It's like, think about it like this. Like for me, I remember for a long time, I would allow people to shame me because I was a young mom, when I had my son. And so, I had my child very young. I got married young and everything else to my kids' father. And so people almost like looked at that like I was beneath them because I was a teen mom and things like that. So it's like if we have kids early and we get married early, then we're doing too much. Or you're a teen mom and people are wagging their finger at you. But honestly, I'm happy I had my kids young. You know what I'm saying? Like my kids are like my best friend. I'm still their mom. Don't get it twisted. But, like now me and my son are at age where we just have grown conversations about everything, politics, rap, all that stuff. And they keep me hip, okay? They keep me like in the know. So I wouldn't change that for the world. I couldn't imagine being 40 now, having to like freeze eggs and go to a sperm bank and, roll the dice. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever. That's, her journey. But so I just feel like as women, we can't win. If we start young, then it's, we're shamed by society. Then if you wait later in life because you want to climb the corporate ladder, because I have family members who, they climbed the corporate ladder, but now they're 40, 42 years old and they're trying to find a man. And those men who are on their level, they're not there. They're looking for younger women, unfortunately. So the problem is that's not fair to women who like work their way up the corporate ladder. They're always expected to date down. So yeah, they can get a man, but the man is usually not on their level. So it's usually always like some, dusty. Let's keep it real. Y'all's favorite rapper. Kenneth Petty is nowhere near Nicki Minaj's level. Like, can we just have a real conversation about their dynamic? Nicki could have any guy. At one point in time, she was dating Nas. We can go on. Mary J. Blige. Her and Ken Don't. Wendy Williams. Kevin Hunter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when a woman is doing good and they're making money and they're climbing the corporate ladder and they're building, themselves up, it's like you get to the top and you're looking around And a lot of times those men that are on your same level, you know what I'm saying, economically, you know what I'm saying, mentally, even age-wise, they're not there. So that's the part that I just think that is unfair, but she's not lying. And yes, a woman's value, we just got to keep it real, you know, for men is younger. Like, a guy is going to look for a woman. If let's say if a guy is like 40, 45, a lot of times they're going to look for women who are like 35 and under. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they don't have any children and things like that, and they want to have kids, because they know if they go with an older woman, it might be harder to conceive, and, you know, just things that happen biologically, right? So I think there's a lot of nuances in this conversation. I don't think it's good or bad. I just feel like everybody's journey is their journey, you know? And I think that we have to give each other grace as women and as men, because I think men go through that too, where even, you know, men who are well-to-do and who have money, a lot of times they're only left to pick from, you know, like a vapid class of women, you know, the gold diggers and women who are just using them and things like that. So I just think that everybody's just trying to figure out their way through life, you know, but I don't think either way is bad. I don't think that you necessarily should be waiting until you're 40 to try and, you know, get pregnant and get married, because you have to keep it in the back of your mind. Your biological clock is ticking. You're getting older. Nothing wrong with getting older, because men get older too. But if you can do things, you know, in your 30s, late 20s, 30s, mid 30s, it'll be a lot less of a headache than in your 50s. Like, that's why Ayanna Van Zandt is screaming like, oh, y'all date a bus driver? Of course you will. You're like 65. Of course. At this point, you just want somebody with a pulse. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So, you know, so yeah, of course. But if Eboni is a lawyer, she doesn't need to date a bus driver. Why should she have to date a bus driver? So that's the part. It's just like sometimes as women, you know, you just can't win. So I just say that you have to like live your life for you. You know what I'm saying? Do what you feel is right. And if you want to get married young and you want to have children in your 20s or whatever, you know, do that. If that's what, you know, you want to have for your life. Because at the end of the day, you only have one life. And you have to live it to how you see it. You can't live your life for other people. And, you know, and like I told y'all before too, I also don't like when we talk about biological stuff. People are always like, oh, you know, a woman, as she gets older, her eggs are fried. Or, you know, as she gets older, the child can have Down syndrome. And there's all this stuff. And I'm like, well, what about all these dudes who are out here shooting dust? Like just because you can get somebody pregnant at 80 doesn't mean you should. Al Pacino's out here having babies. How many people have had kids with older men and them babies weren't right because that damn sperm done expired? So can we have a real conversation, okay? So a lot of people act like, you know, biological stuff happens on both ends. And sometimes the issues come from the guys as well. You know, but everybody also, yeah, you know, not dusty nuts. Y'all so stupid. Y'all are wilding in the chat, but I'm just saying, you know, out here just blowing out dust and shit. Like, okay, yes, you can get somebody pregnant, but is the baby gonna be vivacious? I don't want to get pregnant by an 80-year-old. No, I want somebody who's, you know, like I told y'all a few streams ago, I want those swimmers swimming. I don't want them blind and shit with a cane trying to find the egg. I want them swimming and shit. So yeah, just because you older, men, does not mean that it's, you know what I'm saying, that you guys are just void of like having issues. You know, so biologics affects everybody. Just biological things affect everyone, male or female. So that's the only thing I hate about that when we talk about like, you know, the whole pregnancy thing and having kids. It's always like on the woman. It's like, oh, you know, she's getting older. Well, yeah, and so are you, sir. Okay, unk. You know, so I just always find that really, really funny that, you know, we need to have a real conversation that fertility issues can be an issue on both ends. You know, so if you want to have kids, it's a lot better to have them earlier, okay, than later on in life. I mean, you can have them later on in life, but it's just more complications. And again, like I told you guys, you know, that's why a lot of people, like back in the day, that's why a lot of older men dated really, really young girls, because back then, people didn't live as long. So you were lucky if you made it to 50. But now with modern medicine and, vitamins and Viagra, guys are living longer and fucking longer. So it's like, people are able to just do what they want to do now that they couldn't do years ago. So you got to start really thinking in terms of that. Back in the day, you couldn't freeze your eggs. What frozen eggs? Either you got pregnant or you didn't. So now there's like all these little things that people can do to try and pause time. But you still got to be realistic, though. Even if you freeze your eggs, you don't want to be 50 inserting frozen eggs into you, because biologically your body, like you're not necessarily the same person at 50 that you are at 25 or 30. So, you want to keep that in mind. So again, I don't think there's anything wrong with what either person was saying, Eboni or the other young girl. I think they were both talking from their perspectives, but I think Eboni does sometimes come off a little bit jaded a bit, because I think for her, she chose her career. She went up she chose to be a lawyer, went up the corporate ladder. She's very educated, very smart, and she's beautiful, right? She's fun, fit, and friendly. Ain't that what y'all be, the 3 F's and shit? She's fun, fit, and friendly, and she can't seem to get a man. So now she's having to go to a sperm bank. And I don't think she ever saw that for herself, because she's a really pretty woman, you know what I mean? So I think that kind of jades her a little bit. I don't know. I just kind of get that vibe. I am Malevolent Elephant. I'm not straddling the fence. I am telling them the truth. I'm saying you need to try and have children, get into relationships when you are younger. You do not want to push it off. So I don't disagree with what Ebony's saying, but I also feel like, a lot of times women get the short end of the stick. Like we're always chastised no matter what we do. If we have kids too early in life, then we're dumb teenage moms. If we wait till, later on in life, oh, you're old as hell to be trying to have kids. So it's like, damn, it's like we get it on either end of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? So you have to live your life at the end of the day. But I would agree with her that you should pursue things when you are younger. You know what I'm saying? Get into relationships when you're younger. Get into, marriage when you're younger as opposed to older. You want to get with somebody you can build with and grow with. You want to get with somebody in your 20s, and then y'all can look back in your 30s and 40s and see what y'all built together. I think that is very, very special. But, unfortunately, it doesn't happen for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I thought that would happen with me and my ex-husband. It didn't. We got divorced. We're cool, but we're not together. So it's just like things happen. But I don't disagree with what Ebony's saying, but I also feel like as women, we just get bashed no matter what we do, So I'm just saying. Let me go ahead and read these super chats. Oh, shit. Okay. So, Malevolent Elephant sent $100. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. He says, T, went to your event here in ATL and thoroughly enjoyed it. Ebony was right. If you are a woman who wants a husband, it is much easier statistically to get one when you are 28 than when you're 38. To my ladies in your 20s that want a hubby, date an older guy. Yes, thank you for the $100 super chat. I agree with you. I didn't know you came to my ATL event. I'm trying to think of who you were. Sam, did you take a picture with me? Send me a picture. Like, DM me. Did we take a picture together? I'm trying to think, like, if I remember who you were. I think I do, and I think you said your name, and I'm like, oh, from the streams. I think I do remember meeting you. I just cannot think of, like, your face in my head right now. But, no, I definitely agree. Okay, so now let's talk about that. Okay, he's saying to the ladies in their 20s, if you want a hubby, date an older guy, right? So again, what I've noticed too is that a lot of young guys like older women. Like people forget that too. Like, a lot of young guys like older girls. Like I know even for me, like I tend to attract younger guys. Like it's just what it is. I either attract really, really older guys who are like old enough to be my dad or younger guys. So that's the thing too that I think sometimes younger people, they just like older people. I don't know. I guess. Somebody said they want a sugar mama. But I think I get what he's saying though. Like if you're a young girl, like 28 and you're dating an older guy who's like 40, right? He's probably at that point in his life where he's ready to settle down. But then you got to understand too, like, is he really ready to settle down? Or is it more like just he wants a sugar baby on his arm or something to floss? So you gotta, really vet and make sure that that's really what he wants. Like he has all the, playa out of his system, and that he really, really wants to be with you, marry you, start a family, things like that. So your fiance is 10 years younger than you? Okay. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think, like I said, everybody gets hung up on age, but I don't think age is a big deal as long as both people are on the same page. I don't think it's like a huge deal. So somebody says 40-year-olds still play games like they're 20s. Yeah, some of them do. PR says, I had a 24-year-old on my ass and I was 38. It was fun for a while, but realistically, it couldn't happen because of the kids part. Yeah. Yeah, that's very interesting. Somebody says, my husband is 13 years older than me. Bella says the youngest I'll go is 10 years. The oldest I'll go is 90 plus. But that's only for Clint Eastwood. Not 90 plus, but you know what? Look at that young girl who had a baby by Al Pacino. Like, that's a trip. That is too funny. So I think at the end of the day, everybody has to do what makes them happy. There's no right or wrong. But like I said, I do agree with what Ebony's saying. That I don't think she was saying it to necessarily shame people. But if that's what you want in life, understand some women, they don't want that. Because I've met women in my Discord, young girls who are like, I don't want kids. I don't want a husband. I don't want a man. And maybe they're saying that now because they're 21 and 22. I don't know. But you have some people, they're not interested in that. And if they're not interested in having a family and a husband, that's their business. I don't think that anybody should be shamed because they don't want that. You have men who say all the time, I don't ever want to be married. I just want to, sport fuck all day. Okay, well, do you, sir? You know what I'm saying? Good day to you. So you have to decide what works for you. You can't stress yourself out over what like other people think. You know what I'm saying? You can't live your life for anybody else. But if you want those things, you have to be realistic, okay? If you want a husband, if you want a family, you do have to start younger. It is a lot harder at 38, 39, 40 to get that. And that is what Ebony is saying. And I think, like I said, she just comes off sometimes as jaded when she says it because I don't think she ever saw herself in that position. So, yeah. Luna Selena says, T fine as fuck. There's a lot of girls in here trying to holler at me. All right. Well, thank you, ladies. Like, y'all are coming at me like the dude. A lot of females in the house trying to just get at your girl. Y'all are wilding in this chat. I appreciate y'all. Like, I keep seeing girl names. Let's see here. Summer Williams says, she's saying $4.99. She says, did you hear about Danny Masterson, the 70s show actor, was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison? Yeah, we talked about that like 3 weeks ago. Yep. I think his case is going to have a big effect on Scientology. Mark my words. I think that's just like the onion, and they're going to peel back. They're going to find a lot more stuff going on. So, let's see here. Mr. Jones sent $1.99. Says, been watching you for years. First super chat. You bad. Thank you. All right. Appreciate you. Marvelous Misadventures of Alondra sent $9.99. Says, I used to work at T-Mobile and customers used to steal our display watches like they would work outside the store. People are so ratchet. Thank you for the super chat. It's me, Kia, sent $4.99. She says, hey, T, love your platform. I think it's easy for people to focus on celebrities because reality is depressing for some of us. It's escapism. No, I definitely agree. The celebrity lifestyle is definitely escapism. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because I like escapism. I report on celebrities. But you also have to just, it's a fine balance. You also have to be aware of what's going on around you, So that's what I always want to reiterate to, like, my fans. Like, just always know what's going on in the world around you outside of celebrity news. So, but thank you for that. Let's see here. Kadiria says, hey, T, love your videos. Longtime subscriber. You look great. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, love. Oh, I see a bunch of money bags in the chat. Oh my gosh. Money bag Mo must be in the house. Hold on. Anytime I see a bunch of money bags. Oh my gosh, Monique. So Moneybag Mo, aka Monique, is in the house. She sent $399.99. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. You and Black Sands be going out. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are like super, super, super supporters, super tea sippers. And Monique don't ever leave no comment. I done told this girl, email me. I would love to send you something, send you like a little Lovelyti gift basket. She does not email. She just comes through and just be throwing money like a boss. Like, damn, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Shaking something for you, Monique. Thank you so much, sis. I really appreciate you. She's always coming through showing love. I really do. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Miss Pink sent $20. Says, T, I love your deep dives. I've been a fan for years. This is off topic, but I'm curious. You mentioned it 2 years ago. How do you feel about the whole Jaguar Wright soap opera on YouTube, or don't you pay any mind? Yeah, I stopped paying Jaguar Wright mind a long time ago. I like her. I know she shouted me out a few times. She followed me or my old page before Vlad's punk ass took it down. But I just think she was speaking a lot of truth, but there was also some things too that she was doing that just wasn't a good look. And then I think like a year ago, she had like a mental breakdown. I saw something about that on social media. I know she took a break for a while. So I just wish her peace. I think she's just going through a lot. And I know she had lost her son a few years ago. But I think, she's a genuinely talented woman. Like, I've never seen somebody smoke as much as she smokes and can sing like how she sings. Like, you got folks who don't even smoke and can't sing, can't hold a note. But she's very, very talented, and I just wish that she would focus on her talent. What I really wish would have happened for her when she went viral and I first did the story on her, and then other YouTubers followed and started doing stories on her and connecting with her. I know she did a big interview with Storm Monroe. I just really wish she would have capitalized on that. Instead of going from platform to platform to platform, she should have used that momentum to build her own YouTube channel and release her own music. Put her own music as a solo artist on SoundCloud or Spotify or whatever and gotten money from that. So I just wish she would have used her variety, for her, when she went viral, her virality. I wish she would have used that to help her more instead of like jumping on people's platforms. But I wish Jag Wright the best because she's really sweet. So I just, I hope everything ends up working out for her. So thank you for the super chat. Deanie Darcel, hey sis. She says, hey T, sis, sending you love. You is killing this look, mama. Continue being that divine queen you are, sis. That deep dive, though. Also, hey Discord fam, thank you. I'm glad you liked the deep dive, honey. I had to go there. And we are all Game of Thrones fans on the Discord. So, honey, I had to like really get in my Game of Thrones bag. Because there was so many connections with Melisandre and Marina Abramovich. So I hope you like the Game of Thrones like references and the connections I made. So thank you so much. I know people were crying at the last song that I put in the video, but anything Michael Jackson just makes me emotional. Like it was so deep. So I'm like, I wanted to like leave everything like on a lighter note. So I love my deep dives. I don't care how long they take me to work on and edit. Cause literally I was editing like every single day in between going off on Krishan and Blueface. Like that's why I was so irritated because I was in the middle of an edit and then my phone started blowing up about Krishan and Blueface and the baby. And I said, okay, let me make a regular solo video real quick. And I didn't even end it with like my normal way I end my videos. I was like, I'm going back to editing my deep dive. All these people just need to get out my face. I was like so upset with what was going on with that baby. And then I went right back to editing. So I'm glad you like the deep dive, sis. Let me see here. Floss Morrison, $4.99 says, been watching you since the Pissy Piper era. Sending love from Chicago, T. I'm just now a member. I can't wait to get into the deep dives. I admire your work. Thank you so much. And thank you for just being an OG tea sipper. I appreciate you, love. Tatiana said, Minnesota tea sipper here. Although I found you when I was in Florida. Okay. That's what's up. I might have to do like a little Minnesota tea sipper meet and greet. Let's see if there's like more than 20 of y'all. and then I'll do one. Because I'm like, I'm not going to be there, and it's just going to be me and 3 people. Because like I said, I know when I do them in Atlanta, everybody comes out. We'll see if the Minnesota folks come out. Let's see here. Garden Lady 2018 sent a $20 super chat. Thank you, Garden Lady. Appreciate you, sis. Meredith Springs says, I don't want a husband because I don't want kids. I met my hubby at 32. He was 45. He didn't want kids. 13 years happily married. I'm glad we did it. That is awesome. And, you know, I like the fact that you're just honest. Like, some people just don't want kids. And I think that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, some people, you know, we're just meant to be parents. Like, I love being a parent. Like, I want another kid, but then I think about it like, I'm busy. I travel a lot. I don't even know what I would do with another baby. So, you know, maybe in the future I would be like just a dope grandma. You know what I'm saying? So I can have the little grandbaby and get the grandbaby back when I'm done. But I love babies. You know what I'm saying? I love little kids. So, but that's cool though. I think that, again, things work for people's relationships. So you met somebody who didn't want kids, and that's perfect. You know, for some people, they don't desire to have children. I don't think women should be ashamed of that, you know. I know some women find it very offensive when people constantly ask them, why don't you have kids? Or you're married, y'all still don't have kids? Or, you know, why are you 35 with no kids? And it's like, stay out of people's uteruses. Some people just don't want kids, or maybe they are trying and they can't get pregnant. You know, you don't know people's stories. So, you know, I don't get involved, you know, but I know people take offense to that. So you want to be really sensitive because you don't know. Maybe somebody was trying to have a kid and they kept miscarrying. You know, you just never know. But there are people who exist who just don't want children. So thank you for that. Appreciate you. Glam Girl, what's up, sis? She says, I have not forgotten about you, sis. I'm a day one, and that will never change no matter how busy I get. I love you. Keep shining, sis. Thank you. I love you. We missed you too. Thank you for coming through tonight. It was good to hear from you. I appreciate you. Maya Nicole Sin 5 says, off topic, few lies, back up, rapping, love you. You should rap your intro, to be honest. Y'all want to make me a rapper so bad. I should drop like some type of EP, because I swear I might as well be a rapper as much as I just kicked so many freestyles on here randomly. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll redo the intro and add a little rap to it or something. But thank you. Y'all are too funny. How long have I been on here? I've been on here an hour and 32 minutes. Did we go through all the stories? We did. Okay, y'all. We went through everything. I'm so happy y'all came and joined me. This was fun. I'm staying on top of the Mobad situation, the live stream I did last week. And I don't know what was up with the audio. Like when I was playing the audio, I think the audio, because a lot of the clips I was playing, they were from overseas. So they were being uploaded from Nigeria. So I think that's why the audio was so low. I think when I'm playing like stuff in America, you can hear it clearly. So I went back and I was listening. I was like, dang, it was really low. But the Mobad story, when I tell y'all before I go, the twists and turns of this story, I don't even know what to think. I mean, like, I just been keeping up with it. It is, at this point, it's a Nigerian telenovela. That's how I can describe it. Now folks are saying that the baby mama, the wife, she done did it. They want her to give a DNA test of the baby. Naja Mali, he's talking. Sam Larry done turned himself into authorities, but they weren't in the country when he died. Then the boy that was in the car with him, he's like a real life football star. Y'all call that soccer here in America. So he came out crying, talking about that, you know, social media is ruining his football career. Child, it is a mess. It is a mess. They're supposed to be reburying him, I think, in a cemetery in Lekki. So I don't think the autopsy report has come back yet. So, and then the hospital came out and said that they brought him to the hospital. He was already dead. So he didn't die in the hospital. So when I tell you, it is a mess, but I will keep y'all posted as, you know, more comes out. It is a mess though. Like, I thought it was going to end like by Monday. It's just gotten worse. Like, the story has just gotten crazy. The daddy came out. He was crying. Basically, they're saying that the mama, that Mobile's mom might have something to do with it because she's siding with the wife's family, and she was out of his life for 15 years. But now that he got money and he became famous, she came back, and it's not fair that she got his properties. And so the dad was crying and saying he's the one who encouraged his son and helped pay for his schooling. So then they started a GoFundMe for the daddy. Child, it's too much. It is too much. So that is what's going on with the Nigerian tea, so I've been keeping up with that, keeping up with just everything going on, geopolitically and, the deep dives and stuff. So it is the end of the month. October is coming up. As you guys know, October is a very spiritual month. That's when the veil is the thinnest. So y'all just stay prayed up. It's going to be a lot more stuff coming down the pipeline. But I will keep you guys posted as I get more information. And, follow my new Instagram page if you're not. We're posting stories back on there. So Madia's doing her thing. Shout out to my girl. So she's been busy. She's also still posting in the community feed. So you can check out my community feed on YouTube. She's keeping news posted on there. And she's posting in the Discord as well. So we're busy here. We're getting things done. So y'all, thank you guys so much once again for joining me today. This was an awesome stream. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to read this last super chat, then I'm going to be out of here. Brian Allen sent $1.99 and said vibes. Yes, this was a vibe. So thank you so much. I think I read them all. Faith Keeper says, T, you are the GOAT. Your deep dives are absolutely amazing. Keep doing you. We love it over here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, sis. Thank you. Let's see here. Aaliyah says, T, love you. I'm from Louisiana. Let's not forget about the saltwater inflation in the Mississippi River. Y'all be aware and prepare. Yes. My Louisiana tea sippers, shout out to Kenya. Louisiana is doing really bad as far as their water. A lot of people are having to now go and get bottled waters. Bottled waters are emptying off the shelves in Louisiana. So it is a mess. It is a mess right now down there. So my prayers out to everybody down there and in New York. In New York as well. Let's see here. Trevor sent $4.99. He says, did you see the picture of Latavia Robertson, Matthew Knowles, in the video with Tina Knowles? I thought a reunion was about to happen this past weekend. I did see it. I thought it was cute. People were mad, though. They're like, oh, why is she taking a picture with Matthew Knowles? Y'all be more mad than the people involved in the story. Let them people reunite. This has been 20 years. Let them, they've known her since she was a child, so good luck to them. Maybe they can, rekindle something, drop a new album. But yeah, I was here for it. I wasn't mad about that, I thought that was more genuine than that bullshit reunion with Will Smith and Aunt Viv. But that's just me. So y'all know I don't like Aunt Viv, so. Remember she tried to take down my channel. I'm like, what the hell? I was a fan. And she tried to come for my channel. So ever since then, me and Aunt Viv, yeah, nope. That was a bullshit ass reunion. That was to deflect from the entanglement. But I think this reunion with Latavia and Michael Knowles was definitely, definitely genuine. I got genuine teas from them. So, all right, y'all. On that note, I think I got everybody. Let me see. Hold on. Another one came through. Oh, my homeboy, Blatino boy, sent 20. He says, so disappointed in Eboni with the switch up. Just like Tyler Perry, Ayana, Tiffany Haddish. She's wanting educated black men to settle for dusty bandits rather than telling black women to open up their options to other men other than black men. Ooh, I like that. Thank you so much, Latino boy. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's another thing. Love comes in all shapes, colors, ethnicities. So you got to sometimes expand your horizons. Let's see here. A Millie Minute says, I wish advice was given to men to search when they are younger. It's unfair to put pressure on women when tons of men play games in their 20s and 30s. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it is unfair because a lot of times, women are always held to task. But you never have, like, these rappers coming out and saying to young boys, hey, stop fucking everything that moves when you're 19 and 20 and having, 6 kids by 6 different women in 6 different households. You never hear them say that. But yeah, it is always on the women, unfortunately. So that's just, that's society. Let's see here. I love my HIU says, I feel as though the Black community wants to hold Black women and girls to a standards that they do not impose on Black men and boys. Where are these men to gather and speak to them emotionally, to speak to these emotionally unstable men out here? Yeah, I definitely agree. You have to have those conversations, even with me, I'm a boy mom, but I have those conversations with my boys, like, be particular on who you date and who you have children with and, things like that, and child support. Those are conversations. Like, I can't wait to be a grandma, but I don't want him to, I got boys, so I don't want them having kids by 5 different women out here. Don't bring that ghetto shit into my household, okay? So I prefer that they get married or be with somebody, with one person, have your kids by the same person. So those are conversations you got to have with our sons too. So many times we hold our daughters accountable, but you have to have those conversations with your sons as well. So I definitely agree. Yeah, I don't want a whole bunch of, I don't want to deal with 5 different baby mamas, with my grandkids. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, that's just, that lady on, what is that, the Bell Collective? Her son was like 21 and had 3 kids by 3 different women, and all his kids were under the age of 3. What? Absolutely not. Like, and she was just like, it was just too much. And she just seemed so proud of this. I'm like, nah, I'd be embarrassed. Like, after the first one, he should have been sat the fuck down. Like, no, you're not having no more. Like, you need to slow down. But yeah, he had like 3 kids under the age of 5 or 3. I don't even think the oldest was 3. Like, and I know 2 of his kids were born in the same year. I'm like, what is, and he was only 21. So yeah, you got to have those conversations with your boys, period. It's not just on the females. Let's see here. Kim's Life, Sim 499 says, okay, I should have had my child earlier. I'm 37 running around with a 4-year-old. These knees are not the same. I feel you, sis. That's why I go back and forth all the time. Like, I be talking shit like, oh, I want another baby. But then when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I don't got the energy to be running up and down the steps. I can't run around this house like I could when I was younger. So I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad I had my kids young and, it's out the way. But yeah, it is. Like, when my niece and nephews, when they come, like, I'm exhausted once they leave. And then I got to clean up after them. So it's just like, I couldn't imagine, like, I clean my house every day anyways, but, it's fun stuff that I'm cleaning. Like, just rearranging pillows, wiping down counters. No, when my niece and nephews are here, I'm literally having to clean anything shiny. I'm spraying down windows, wiping down glass, because it's just handprints everywhere, So it's different with little ones. It's really different. But, all right, y'all. Y'all are trying to keep me on here longer. I'm out. I will talk to y'all later. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Love you guys. Bye, everyone. I'm out.